Hey guys, it's Teacher Raf. Welcome back to my channel. This is Twilight Zone episode 187. This is a follow-up to episode 186 about the potential hacking of the FAA and what really actually could have happened. What I have done is gathered some comments from online contributors, and this is what the online contributors are stating, whether their account is accurate or not, or their knowledge is professional or not, I don't know. So I can't really stand by what they're saying, but it's very interesting to listen to different points of view and try to gather as much information as possible to understand maybe a bit of a clearer picture. So one person wrote, "I'm a pilot." Okay, this is all quoted. This is not me, all right? "I'm a pilot," quote, "The decision to ground all flights over NOTAM, which is Notice to Air Missions outage, is a ruse. Only a few flights, volcanoes, hurricanes, weather events, runway closures, which would have ATC already involved, real-time use, might have impacted several flights, but not all." Here's another one, okay? Listen to this, quoted. "A friend of mine told me the week before or after Christmas that in Florida they had to ground all planes. He said the excuse was because the technology couldn't keep up with the Christmas demand of heavy travel. He also said that that excuse was a lie and that the system was hacked. He was also surprised that either version wasn't a major news story. At the time, I was a little doubtful of the story myself. Now look." Okay, and here's another one. "The same exact thing happened in the Philippines a few days ago. Yeah, it was an attack." Okay, these are all quoted. I'm not saying this. Okay, here's another one. "Funny how Canadian airports were similarly affected the same day, but was apparently an unrelated issue." Okay, and they did scramble those 52 refuelers, I guess KC-135 air refuelers, and some of just like a couple, 2 or 3 were over Canada. So this was not just the United States, this was also Canada. Here's another one, listen to this. "So is anyone wondering if perhaps Southwest's little goof a few weeks ago might not have been entirely their fault? Perhaps that was a dress rehearsal to test the exploit." Okay, now listen here. Here we go. The whole FAA thing was interesting. There was a meteor that could be seen all over Texas around 6:45 p.m. the day before. That morning, there were no military planes showing up on the map except 2 stratotankers circling around Oklahoma, North Texas. Why were 2 refueling aircraft in the air with no other aircraft? Reached out to some friends and got hit with OPSEC. Something happened. Who knows what? Okay, here's another one. "It was only the public planes that were affected. Military systems were still working, and that's how things got back up and running. They switched all the airlines to military tracking. I work at an airport." Okay, here, let's see. Anything else? "All planes were grounded, but in some areas, the planes that leave all those zigzag contrails were still in operation." Okay, here's another one. "The FAA computer thing is because the night before we had another X-class solar flare. We are going into the most active solar activity cycle. Plus, we have lost 25% of Earth's magnetic field, and we are getting weaker and weaker magnetic fields on Earth as the poles shift." So those are some of the comments I've gathered to try to pinpoint what may have gone wrong or what may have caused all of the grounding, which hasn't happened since apparently 9/11, September 11, 2001. Which would be, 21 and a half years ago. So something definitely is awry, because somebody's saying that Florida grounded planes around Christmas before or after, and then the Philippines radar systems weren't working. And then the day before, all of the United States air traffic control was grounded. There was some type of meteor seen in the sky in Texas or flare. So this is very peculiar. I don't believe that this was just mere system outage. This had to have been something much more serious. The only reason I'm deducing this is because when there's an order given for 52 refuelers to go up in the sky and help out fighter jets, that's a huge undertaking. Not just manpower, like I said previously, but, dollar bills wise, it's very expensive to do something like that, and it's a very huge reaction. Unless this was some type of test that we don't know about, and they don't want us to know about, because there was a similar test 2 days, I believe, prior to 9/11 over Canada, major test, and then 2 days later 9/11 happened. So I don't know. I don't like these scenarios. So let me know in the comments what you think. Thank you for listening. Take care and be safe.